Finally, I found the perfect method for Stone Guardian. Let's talk about it. What's good, YouTube? NoGoodEman here, coming to you today to let you guys know that there's 2 new codes currently out. If there are more, check the pinned comment or the comment section. But guys, the first 2 codes are going to be Start SLCS1 and Top 32 Super SLV Play. Enjoy those codes and let me know what you guys think. But guys, we are not here for the codes. We're here for the Stone Guardian in Season 4. So at the bottom of the screen, I got a minute 24. How can you do something similar? Let's talk stats and strats. But before we get into that, make sure you leave a like on the video. As always, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and join that Discord server, the No Good Mafia. But honestly, guys, I'm not gonna lie, this is definitely the worst battle for the time this season. As we get into this, I want to show you guys the methods, the tactics. I think earlier I was doing this run in just the middle of the night. I was getting a minute 30, but I eventually found like a very nice and smooth tactic. As you can see by the team composition, we're rocking Mean, Emma Laurent, and Choi Jonin. Now, as far as weapons for each and every one of these guys, we're doing Mean's actual weapon at Advancement 5. I think this is super important because we're gonna end up using both Emma and Choi's ultimate. So Mean's weapon, that's gonna boost his damage for his entire team when he does activate it, but with Mean also at Advancement 5, he's also going to boost the ultimate of the strongest hunters. So we use both of their ultimates, so it really doesn't matter who's even stronger, but the point is you want Mean as high as possible on his advancements and his weapon. Emma Laurent, guys, we talked about this so many times, but if you do not have Emma Laurent at Advancement 5, you're definitely going to be at a disadvantage. I got a minute 24 with A5 Emma Laurent, so if you don't have her at Advancement 5, you're probably looking at around 2 minutes this time. This Stone Guardian battle for the time is very, very, very bad. I don't know if I'm going to go back to this. I might just rock out with a minute 24, but of course we're going to play it on stream, so you'll always see that. And then the boy Choi Jonin, we have him at Advancement 6, but here I think honestly Choi Jonin isn't even too vital. He is vital for this strat specifically, but I do see people using Yu So-hyun for the faster time. Now me personally, I can't get jiggy with Yu So-hyun unfortunately, but Choi Jonin is the boy for me. And then as far as weapons for Emma and Choi, we're doing this steel longsword for Emma. This for the elemental weakness. I think it's super good, super important. Choi Jonin, if you have his hunter exclusive weapon at a high advancement, this is going to play a very nice factor. First and foremost, it's going to increase his attack by 18%. It's going to decrease the target's defense by 20% at Advancement 5 minimum. And now I have it at Advancement 6. I even built one more dupe, okay, because I wanted to get a pretty good time here. So now he's going to increase of attack by 3%. And if you don't have that, try to throw on another steel longsword or throw on the R longsword. Now, as far as the shadows here, the boy Big Rock is definitely the meta here. You probably want to use Big Rock because you don't want to use Egress because Choi Jonin can crit, right? There's no point in using Egress there. You don't want to use Blades because Emma is based off of HP, Choi is based off of attack. You don't want to use Tuz because really core attack isn't important. So honestly, Big Rock is the only shadow here that I would agree. This is the first time I'm saying only use Big Rock. Now let's talk about the artifacts. As far as the artifacts, for the boy Mean, we're doing 8 piece Burning Blessing. There's really nothing better you could rock here for Mean, I don't think personally. Now, if you look at Emma Laurent, I'm not gonna lie, this is a ragtag artifact section thrown together. But hear me out here. Half Noble Sacrifice, half Angel in White. This is going to give her a 16% HP boost. And guys, before you knock it, please try it. The damage she does is honestly insane. And I know I have her at Advancement 6, sure, but comparatively speaking, watch the strategy in like a minute or two, and then watch, you know, one of my last live streams when we were playing Stone Guardian. The damage changed drastically. And then 4 piece Burning Blessing, definitely throw that on Emma. You want her to be as strong as possible. You want to run her as like a DPS here. I'm not even gonna lie. You want to DPS her and Choi. 4 piece Burning Blessing for, or not Burning Blessing, but Burning Curse for Choi. And then 4 piece Peridot for Choi as well. So that is the artifacts, the tactics, the weapons. I do want to say that as far as the skill upgrades, we're doing level 10 on Burning Pride, and then everything else is level 7, and then the exact same thing for Choi. Level 10 on the ultimate, level 7 all around. This also did improve my score once I finally figured out, because honestly I found out some of Choi's levels or some of Choi's skills we're like level 4, level 3. So definitely make sure, because you guys probably don't use Choi that much. So if you're gonna use Choi, or you're gonna buy into Choi, especially because he's gonna get buffed soon, now is honestly the best time. But without further ado, let's get into the tactic. Stone Guardian Season 4, folks. To start, we're gonna use Mean, we're gonna use Punishment in the direction of these 3 golems, and then hard switch to Emma Lorenz. From there, we're gonna use her basic skill 1, the burn up move, and that's going to basically deal with almost all of these mobs initially, or at least that's gonna get them starting to get damaged up a bit. The basic skill 2 is what should finish this first wave of mobs though. If you don't finish them, go ahead and probably retry, or you can use the core attack to finish up that last mob. What I do like to do from there is hard switch to Choi Jonin, or use his QTE, use his basic skill 1, use his basic skill 2, and basically go to town. This might take a bit. Honestly, phase 1 is probably one of the worst phase 1s, as we go ahead and get a retry right there. Now you can see it a bit more streamlined. So boom, we use the punishment with Mean, hard switch to Emma Lorenz, and then that burn up move lines up a lot more nicer. Now look at the mobs. We have them all in one straight line. This is way more ideal. They kill, and I didn't even have to waste the core attack on some other mob. So we used it basically on this next mob, and then we used Choi Jonin, boom, hard switch. We're gonna use his basic skill 1, basic skill 2. Now we're gonna go ahead and get this next golem out of the way, and then the final wave for phase 1 is these next 2 mobs. Now this one is definitely hard because they spawn within like 30 feet of each other. So we're back to Emma Laurent. We're gonna use the basic skill 1, basic skill 2. We use the core attack, and then that's going to finish that up for me. Now, pay attention here, because for this golem, watch what I do. I'm gonna use the basic skill 1, right? I'm gonna use the core attack, and I'm going to QTE to Choi Jonin. Now remember, Choi Jonin has on Sylph's Blessing, so that Sylph's Blessing effect now is getting its stacks. So we're playing the long game here. We're trying to get as much Sylph stacks as possible. So we're gonna use Choi Jonin right now, and then look at the golem's health bar. Honestly, I found that using his QTE was honestly pretty good. Choi Jonin gets a nice amount of damage from his QTE, so go ahead, don't forget to upgrade that. You want that as high as possible, and then we're gonna finish up there to get 35 seconds in phase 1 and 2 combined. And I know that's a little long. We can definitely shorten that as we go about it and upgrade more skills and QTEs, but to start, we did QTE to Mean before this phase started because we want that power gauge to get as high as possible. And then from there, we use punishment, we use our core attack so we can QTE to Emma Laurent, and then we get a little bit of break gauge with her QTE. And now we're gonna go to town with Emma Laurent again. If you have her A5, you're probably gonna be in a very good spot here. We do get stunned, which was so unfortunate right here, but we're gonna power through regardless. We're gonna use the basic skill 1, basic skill 2. Now, what I do recommend is that you save, for you guys that have Emma Laurent at advancement 5, you save her basic skill 2 for the burst damage, because it's easy to time the basic skill 2, hard switch to Mean, use your ultimate, use your punishment, whatever the case may be. It just lines up better. But if you don't want to do that, you don't have to do that. That's just a suggestion. Even if you don't have Emma at advancement 5, I think you can time your break with basic skill 2 way better. So honestly, everybody should do it. Now I'm gonna be real, but as you can see, I ended up not doing that. What I ended up doing here, I didn't have the cooldown ready, but we use burn up. We go back to the boy Mean, or using his basic skill 1. Honestly, this is an imperfect run. I wasn't able to record the minute 24 run, unfortunately, but as you can see, we use ultimate, we use punishment, we go back to Emma Laurent. Now Emma Laurent's A5 is active, so this is the best time to do as much damage as possible with Emma. As you can see, we got this mob down all the way to 43% pre-ultimate. So look at the stacks, look at the burst damage. This is honestly insane, 19% as far as damage, and he's still attacking me. So we honestly can kill here. And I literally do that. I'm like, wait, let me just use Choi. And honestly, if I just ultimated instead of using Choi's basic skill 1 and 2, I probably would have killed way faster. Probably got a minute 23 right there. But anyways, we do end up using the ultimate, and that gets him out of there, gets him going, gets him gone. And we get a minute 30 there. But of course, I wasn't able to record the minute 24 run. But with that in mind, what do you guys think of Stone Guardian Season 4? Definitely a crazy boss, but go ahead and leave your thoughts, theories, and comments below. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Peace.